Hey guys, you caught me all bundled up here. I'm waiting for my car to warm up. I can see my breath. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold. Very, very freaking cold. I decided to do something that's a little bit on the humor side. I just got off of work and had been hanging around on Google Plus to keep myself awake last night. And somebody shared a picture of a bunch of different types of spiders. Okay. For several years now, I've known that spider is my totem animal. And even in talking with some Ojibwe elders and stuff over the years, they found this kind of really, really amusing. And my one friend who used to be Jewish is now atheist, still turned around and said, she said, usually totems, some ones like that, if you have a fear that bad, represents the unknown for you. Okay. Well, the tribal elders thought this was incredibly amusing because my totem animal is the spider. Well, one of my totems. But the spider, because it is a predator, is a very powerful one. In some legends, they believe her to be the weaver of the world, the creator. There's various legends about spiders throughout the world. But a very, very powerful totem. And this is no end of amusement when you're talking to people that deal with totems all the time. Sorry, I'm shivering here. The car's not warm yet. But they're dealing with totems all the time, and you tell them you're terrified of one. And I mean, I am terrified of spiders. When I played Ultima Online, the GMs even spawned a whole bunch of spiders in a city called Moonglow right in front of me because they thought it was funny. They had learned that I was afraid of spiders. And for those who played, this was on the Chesapeake server in Feluca at the time before Tremel came out. So little game trivia for some older MMO players out there. So yeah, it's a thing with me. And some of these phobias have a start. I'm pretty sure that all of them do. And while some people will turn around and say that it's past life experience or whatever, while my fear of heights, I had always considered that was a possibility. I've been having memories coming back that are telling me otherwise. So my terror of heights, I mean absolute sheer fucking terror, has a cause. And I don't think it's a spiritual one, so to speak. So, spiders, the cause there was we were in this really, really old farmhouse. It was like 75 years old, and I'm 48 now, so I was 5 at the time, maybe 6. So, long time ago. And these old farmhouses have dirt basements, and you've got the upper floors. This one had a busted down deck on the upper floor. It had rooms that were boarded off. It was kind of a really scary place. After we had moved out, they'd found bodies that were buried in the basement. There had been murders. There had been suicides. It was not a fun place for a little kid to grow up in. Not that the family I was with was doing it. It was before we had moved in, long before in some of the cases. So it was an old house with an old history. It had a scary, scary basement I couldn't walk into as a little kid. I was terrified of that. And an old place like that, you got spiders. So one night I'm sleeping on the couch in the living room. It's got this old green carpet. My mom's white lace curtains actually were my grandmother's white lace curtains. And the big old console black and white TV, this monster. And so the couch had a green spread over top of it, and then I had my white Chanel bedspread, that had all the, had all the little puffy designs on it and everything, just really soft and fluffy. And middle of the night, I'm sleeping under that, perfectly comfortable. Wake up to a spider sitting right over my mouth. Freak out number one. Over the years, this grew greater because we were on a farm. Minnesota, we have these lovely things called barn spiders, and some of them, the body will get that big around. Big, green, nasty looking things. They're like ticks with 8 legs. And they like high places. They like any places they can make a home. So every fall, it would be my mother with 2 broom handles that are duct taped together, and a massive industrial broom is at the end of one of these. And she would build her own broom for this, because every fall, and my mother, who has no fear, would sweep the rafters. It was spider time on the horse farm. They would be falling by the hundreds. They'd bounce off of her head, off of everything, and she wanted me to come in the barn and help kill these things. Hell no. There were times I was forced to do it, but after a while, I couldn't even set foot in the barn anymore. What had become a childhood fear had turned into absolute sheer terror of these 8-legged monsters, and I'm still that bad to this day. So, yeah, you can develop fears of things that should be fairly beneficial. I mean, spiders do control the mosquito population and things like that, They catch nasty insects and things, but they can go catch them like 20 feet away from me. Don't come any closer. That's just the way it is. So I'm learning to adjust to the spider. But I thought I would share that story and let you witness how bad I'm shivering in this fucking car. But it's warm enough to drive now, so I'm going to stop shivering. I'm going to go home, go to bed. You guys have a fantastic day. Blessed be everybody, and hopefully you got a little bit of a laugh. Bye.